Inselmulkom għal darboħra, is-sena tajba jalla l-2021 tkun sena mill-aqwa li jistaqt ikonna. Illum, kif tafu, se nkomplu nitkellmu naqra dwar dak illi bdejna qabel. Qabel xejn se nintroduċi li l-nifsina Ġozef Ċappara flimkien ma' Beverly Rimmer il-ħabiba tiegħi nippreżentaw dal-programm Wow Waves of Wellness. Kenna rispons inkredibbli minn il-domandi illi staqsiet Beverly lilkom biex timlew l-applikazzjoni fuq il-website tagħha. U kenna wkoll tiftakru konna għednilkom illi kien hemm il-giveaways li kellkom tapplikaw għalihom fuq www.wavesofwellness.live, un bat kelkom marru fuq Wow TV, un bat kelkom issibu koll applikazzjoni biex 30 minnkom ikkwalifikaw għal giveaway l-oġġetti sbieħ li preparatilkom Beverly. U il-riżultat tagħhom billi huma 30, se nqogħdu ngħidu hawnhekk wieħed, mela il-Polsite tellet u l-ewwel 30 illi telgħu se jkunu qegħdin jidhru fuq il-website tal-Left Living kif ukoll fuq il-website ta' www.wavesofwellness.life. U hemmhekk kunu tistgħu taraw min huma imma anke jekk intom se taraw, jekk intom wħud minn dawk ir-rebbieħa, se tirċivuhom bil-posta kull wieħed minn dawn ir-rigali verament tajbin għas-saħħa u li qegħdin jikkumplimentaw dak kollu li qegħdin nagħmluha. Mela, kif tafu l-aħħar darba bdejna nitkellmu fuq il-fwiet. Il-fwiet bħala wieħed mill-iktar organi importanti għad-detoxification. Issa l-festi għaddew, allura nibdew naraw illi isma' il-ħajja tibqa' għaddejja u għandna bżonn ħafna enerġija. U l-enerġija tiġi meta aħna ikonna ġisem illi minn ġewwa jkun qiegħed jiffunzjona tajjeb. U hawnhekk se nibda billi nsaqsi lil Beverly. Mela, jekk tiftakru konna urejna l-aħħar darba, il-fwiet kif jaffettwa organi differenti, bħalma kienu il-kolon, id-dem, il-ġilda, u se nibda bil-kli, u se nibda billi nsaqsi lil Beverly. Apparti il-fwiet li huwa daqshekk importanti għad-detoxification system. Hemm xi organi oħra li huma importanti fil-proċess ta' detoxification li rridu nieħdu ħsiebhom. So Bev, I have just given us a slide intro saying Happy New Year to all our audiences and thanking them for the incredible response and that they can find all the results on your wavesofwellness.life or else on Left Living. And now, this today, being the first program after, you know, all the festivities and celebrations, we already had an introduction last time about the importance of detoxifying the body, starting from the liver.
Yeah. That's right.
And we also mentioned how the liver will affect, actually, either to the positive or to the negative other organs.
Yeah.
Which organs and how do we deal with it?
I think, you know, one of the things, and again, the response we've had has been amazing.
Incredible.
One of the concerns that people have is the thought of cleaning their colon. So we've had a lot of interest for people wanting to know more about detoxification as long as it doesn't include the colon.
Il-kolon hija l-musrana l-kbira meta qed jgħaddilli kell il-musrana l-kbira.
And I think it's because, you know, if you think about it, particularly here in Malta, people clean clothes, hair, garages, pavements, windows, gates, you know, shoes, toilets, bathrooms, clean, clean, clean. But nobody wants to think about cleaning the colon. Now, we spoke last week about if you didn't brush your teeth, you're going to end up with plaque on your teeth, and you know what plaque can do. Breeding ground for bacteria, opens the door to illness. Plaque is the other end as well, all right? It's called mucoid plaque, and nobody cleans that.
Okay.
And it's the breeding ground for bacteria.
Okay. Mela, hawnhekk qed issemmilna kemm huwa importanti illi nifhmu x'inhuwa il-propju funzjoni tal-musrana l-kbira. Għaliex? Għaliex jekk ta' eżempju ċar ħafna illi aħna ħafna drabi naħslu l-art, naħslu ħweġ, naħslu t-twieq, naħslu l-bankejni, kultant tara nies anke jaħslu triq. Imma il-verità hija illi il-ġisem l-istess bħalma jiġri fil-ħalq. Jekk inti ma taħsilx sninnek regolari, se jkollok ħafna ġebla ngħidula aħna, illi l-ġebla iżżomm fiha ħafna bakterja u hija punt fejn jekk il-ħalq mhux nadif, qed tgħid hello, idħlu, hekk hemm tridu għaddu qed niftħu l-bieb għal ħafna bakterja ħażina li taffettwa l-ġisem. U allura Beverly qed issemmilna kemm importanti illi kif għandna il-ġebla hawn fis-snien, jekk aħna ma nitnatfux mill-ġewwa, ir-riżultat se jkun li jkollna l-ġebla, il-plakk, illi aħna bil-Malti ngħidu la ġebel, bħal meta ġilli jkollna l-ġebel fil-kliewi, ġebel fil-fwiet, ġebel fil-musrana. U dawn fil-kolon fil-musrana l-kbira l-istess jinġemaw isu sediment u dik hija huwa ambjent illi ikun qiegħed jintroduċi ħafna mart. U għalhekk huwa importanti li nifhmu sew x'inhi l-funzjoni ta' dil-musrana l-kbira u x'irridu nagħmlu biex innatfuha. So, once we understand the importance of the function of the colon, we also need to know what we need to do
to clean it.
In order to clean it.
Well, I've got a picture because I really want people to understand the difference between an unhealthy colon, one that's not being cleaned, and a healthy colon.
Okay.
All right? And so if you have a look at the healthy colon, you can see it's pretty much the same width all the way around, right? That's no constipation because nowhere's collapsed for a blockage to build. It's flowing through. There's no gas, there's no bloating, there's a clear process right the way through. If we then compare that with the unhealthy colon, the first thing that draws the eye is the top part, the transverse colon. Now that goes underneath the navel, the belly button. Now you can see how it's collapsed on itself. Now therefore you've got blockages either side. Waste cannot move freely through. Gravity is pulling it down.
Okay.
All right? And so this is a bowel that is constipated.
Okay.
This is a bowel with gas.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Mela, hawnhekk Beverly qed tidħol fid-dettall biex tispjegalna ħalli nifhmu aħjar u naraw u nifhmu din il-kolon meta tkun b'saħħitha kif tkun u meta ikollha il-problemi kif tkun. U qed titkellem kif jekk aħna nerġa' naraw naqra waħda l-istampa fuq l-iskrin, fuq in-naħa tal-lemin għandna il-musrana l-kbira li hija b'saħħitha. Mela qed taraw illi hija even meta inti tiġi biex tħares leha, hemm mod fejn il-passaġġ jgħaddi mingħajr ebda problemi. Għaliex? Għax m'hemmx gaż żejjed fis-sistema, m'hemmx bloating, u allura m'hemm l-ebda problema biex persuna jipporga u allura ma jbatix minn kostipazzjoni u din meta inti għandek kolon li tkun b'saħħitha, inti se tevita ovvjament illi jkollok weight illi se jibqa' fuqek. Għaliex kif spjegajna fil-bidu tal-programm fejn għandek il-bakterji fil-programm li għadda, kif spjegajna meta għandek it-toxins u għandek ix-xaħam li qiegħed jeħel magħha, jekk inti tagħmel id-dieta se jmur biss ix-xaħam u titlef titwejt. man li terġa' tibda tiekol it-toxins għadhom hemm u se jerġa' tibda texxin. Meta inti neħħejt ix-xaħam u it-toxins, dik hija sistema li għandek in the long run li se żommok b'saħħtek. U hemmhekk fejn għandek healthy colon. Hekk se nerġgħu naraw naqra il-viżwal, se tħarsu lejn ix-xelluk fejn hemmhekk in-naħa ta' fuq li għandna isu bridġi rqiq, dik hija l-parti t'isfel taż-żokra fejn hemm qed naraw illi diġà waqgħet. Għaliex, għax fil-ġnub qed taraw dik is-swidija, qed taraw illi fejn fuq il-lemin għandna l-aħmar, il-healthy blood illi jkun għaddej, fuq ix-xelluk dana qiegħed jiddajjef il-kuluri morru u għandna wkoll dak l-iswed li juri illi issa għandek ammont kbir ta' toxins, ammont kbir ta' xaħam illi qiegħed jeħel magħhom u allura il-sistema tiġbed din il-musrana il-kbira l-isfel, għax il-gravità ovvjament niżel l-isfel. Jiġri illi allura m'għandikx biżżejjed funzjoni tajba biex jgħaddi l-ikel, eċċetera, u nibdew imbagħtu minn kostipazzjoni, nibdew imbagħtu minn excess weight, minn xaħam, minn toqol żejjed, weight żejjed illi ma nistgħux neħilsu minnhom, minn bloating u allura nibdew il-proċess li affettwana issa fuq fil-ansjetà, stress, depressjoni, eccetera.
I mean, I think you can see if your colon was the unhealthy one, just by looking at the picture, you can imagine how you're going to feel. And you're not going to feel very good, are you?
No, not
you know?
really.
And I think most of the people that I see, you know, the first thing I do is I will clean up the colon. And it is a key place to begin because every toxin in your body has to pass through here to leave or pass through the liver to leave and then through here to leave. So you can see if we've got a blockage here and we're pulling toxins from everywhere else and we're sending them into the colon's blocked, all of those toxins are going to be reabsorbed back into your body. Also that, where you can see on all the dark colouring, that is decaying food.
Okay, right.
Right.
Yes. Mela, li qed tgħidilna hija illi ovvjament jekk aħna mela maħniex qegħdin nagħtu każ ta' x'qed jiġri, malli jekk nistgħu nerġa' naraw l-istess slide, hemmhekk qegħdin taraw illi fejn għandna anke tħares liha il-unhealthy colon fejn għandek il-musrana l-kbira li qed tibda timratu titnawwar bil-mod il-mod, addirittura titnawwar, jiġifieri mhux biss ma taħdimx, imma qisha tissir kalamita biex tiġbert leha. Il-ħmieġ, ix-xaħam kollu u żommu hemm u allura minħabba f'dik il-kwantità ta' toxins li għandna u xaħam, il-ħsara hija kbira ħafna u ma nkunux nistgħu kollna il-ġisem jaħdem b'mod illi normalment jaħdem. Issa, so Beverly, we understand what we are seeing there, you know, like how bad it is, even anke jekk naraw fuq nafusek nimmaġina jinnejt ommi ma jina l-kolon tiegħi jiderek, you know, u kollu ma nipel biżejjed li qed jgħidu li ġożet noqgħod naqra attenta ħalli terġa' tibda saħħaha. And this is one thing that I would like to ask. How do you cleanse a colon? And is there any way that it can actually regenerate itself? Can it be possible?
Well, it can't regenerate itself if it looks like that.
No, it can't, can it?
So we've got to clean everything off. And there are various different ways of doing it.
Yeah.
What I personally prefer a deep detox, which is a whole process taking up 7 days, which includes all of the organs at once, a big focus for 1 week a year to deep clean if you haven't cleaned it before, and most people haven't. Once you've done a deep clean, and we're going to talk more about that as we go through this show, maintenance is key.
Yes.
You know, and so I would always recommend a really good, gentle colon cleanser. The one I use is 1 capsule every morning with 500 ml of water. It goes right the way through my system first thing and goes into my colon, and it works like exfoliant.
Okay.
And it rubs off anything in there that shouldn't be, because it's easy, because it's every day.
Okay.
But you would need to do a deep clean to begin with.
All right.
you know?
Mela, għawnek kettajdinna Beverly, illi pratikament biex natu servizz il-ġisem da bħal metandi karozza li nużan. Umbat noħoda għas-servizz u jgħid ma marru lek dawk il-wires, u marru lek il-tires, u marru lek il-clutch, u marru lek il-brakes. Tajt il-Marelli, dil-karozza, għalix, għax importanti li nżommu maintenance natu servizz il-ġisimna regolari. U dak li qed tissuġġerixxi tipproponi Beverly u illi idealment nibdew bi proper detox biex innatfu l-organi kollha, mhux il-fwit għalih u l-kolon għalih u l-kliwi għalihom li jkun detox session ta' 7 ijiem. F'dawk is-7 ijiem il-ġisem jerġa' jitnaddaf għal kollox biex is-sistema terġa' tirriġenera. I'm getting a bright idea.
Go on.
Why don't you somehow organize, even if it's not on TV, but you know, I know that you are doing these sessions after every Sunday projection of the program. I don't know whether I should be saying this now, but I think, you know, just crossed my mind. Do you ever think of doing some kind of courses which perhaps people can log into, and if interested, they can ask of what, well, now I know it is COVID time and what have you, but maybe, you know, online, we can share something on a, this is more on a private thing, but if you can even offer this, I think it could be something that our audiences can enjoy. Qed ngħidilha qed jiġini bħalissa f'moħħi. Qed ngħidilha min jaf li kieku tafu intom li qed tagħmel dawn il-talks nhar ta' Ħadd wara l-programm eżatt. U qed ngħidilha min jaf li kieku tista' torganizza xi ħaġa online fejn aħna nkunu nistgħu nsegwu programm ta' detoxification. What do you think? Do you like the idea?
I do. Once a year, generally, the clients I have on a one-to-one will do a deep detox.
Oh.
However, because of COVID this year, that's not possible. So what we have put in place is online as a massive group for people who wish to join the 1-week detox. They can join us online and be part of our Detox January community.
Wow, that's
And that
great.
starts on the 25th of January for 7 days.
Okay, right. Mela, ħabat tajjeb illi qed nistaqsijek.
You want to join?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I mean, it's something that's really, you know, that's really interesting, you know? So, mela, li tgħidilna Beverly hija illi fil-verità hi normalment mid-dera tagħmilhom dawn il-courses fuq bażi individwali. Imma minħabba li dis-sena insertajna fil-każi li għaddejjin bihom bħalissa, qed tgħid illi il-programm se tagħmlu online u li hemm ċans li aħna il-pubbliku li jixtieq verament jagħmel id-detox program. Mela da mhux tibdaw taqaf in-nofs. You can't just start and stop in the middle. You either decide to do the whole program or else you don't do it. Imma min minnkom jinteressaħ, is it on, where is it best that they go on to?
I think if they go to the website and they click on Detox Week, they'll be able to have a look.
Okay, mela hemmhekk qed taraw il-website www.wavesofwellness.live u jikklikjaw and they click on Detox Week. Il-ġimgħa tad-detox. Mela jien mid-dera għaliex di jiena ma kontx nabbiha di, ma insomma. Għax mid-dera one-to-one tagħmilhom regolari. Issa qed tagħmel dil ħaġa li għall-ewwel, is it the first time you're doing this online, babe?
This is the first time I'm going to be doing it in a large group.
Okay.
I've done it in groups of 12, but at a physical retreat. So
Okay.
this is going to be the first time we're going to be doing it online, and we're expecting quite a few, people to attend.
That's good.
And for me, it's great because what better way to start 2021
Yes.
than focusing on health pushing
Yes.
the reset button.
Ok, mela, kif qed tgħidilna illi s-soltu dit tagħmilhom għalhekk jiena ma nafx biha din, għax tagħmilhom dejjem fuq one-to-one basis. Din l-ewwel darba illi se tagħmel dan il-kors online u qed tiftħu wkoll għalina bħala pubbliku. U naħseb li din hija idea tajba illi wieħed illi jrid verament jibda jieħu ħsieb b'saħħtu bis-serjetà mhux biss jidħol fil-konverzazzjoni li jitgħamel wara l-programm kun nhar ta' ħadd fit-8:30, iżda wkoll jibda il-programm ta' investiment fih innifsu ħalli wara din il-proċess li jkun intensiv ta' 7 ijiem u mbagħad ikun jista' iżomm mod regolari ta' kif jista' jieħu ħsieb iżjed saħħtu. Se jkollna nifqu għal ftit riklami u ibqgħu magħna għaliex fis-session li ġejja għandna ħafna aktar informazzjoni interessanti. Wow! U ekku nerġaw issa wasanna għat-tieni parti ta' dal-programm interessantissimu fej qegħdin nitalmu minn Beverly wkoll kif għandna nieħdu ħsieb innatfu nagħmlu detox tal-ġisem u qed nitkellmu li mhux biss importanti li natfu il-fwiet li l-iktar ħaġa maġġura, imma tkellimna wkoll fuq il-musrana l-kbira kif għandha titnaddaf u għaliex u issa nixtieq illi nidħlu fuq organu interessanti ħafna illi huwa l-organu tal-kliwi. Kif nafu min batem il-kliwi għandu naqra ta' problema mhux ħażin illa għaliex il-kliwi huma sors maġġuri fis-sistema tal-ġisem. So, Beverly, I am explaining that now we are going to move on to another very major organ, which is the kidneys.
Kidneys.
Which, unfortunately, in Malta, well, I suppose all around the world, but in Malta, it seems that many people do suffer from kidney problems and kidney stones and what have you. And this is really something one needs to look into.
Yeah.
So, what happens to the kidneys? Is it the same? Is it the same process as what happens to all the other organs because of the fats that surround all the toxins?
We've got to know our kidneys, really,
Right.
and I have a slide called Know Our Kidneys that hopefully we'll bring up and we can have a look at it.
Yes.
And I will walk you through what the kidneys do because I don't think everybody really appreciates these
Mhux hekk,
tiny
yes.
organs.
Mela,
you
li
know.
se tagħmel se turina sa slide, Beverly, u se tgħidilna u tfehmna naqra x'inhuwa r-rwol tal-kliwi u x'jaffettwa fil-ġisem, mela ħanerġa' nisimgħu naqraw naraw din l-slide.
And so, firstly, it regulates blood pressure. And I don't think many people realise that the kidneys have anything to do with blood pressure. Most people think that it's got more to do with the heart. And so it's really important to understand that the kidneys are one of the main factors in regulating blood pressure. The other thing that they do, which is really important, is activate vitamin D. Now, vitamin D, healthy bones,
Okay.
right, immunity, it's a major antioxidant, right? And it's a sunshine vitamin. It makes us feel better, mentally feel better. You know,
That's why they, you know, we always learned that the sun is a main source for
absolutely.
vitamin D. Obviously,
Absolutely.
we need to avoid the worst time of the sun.
And we also need to look at the fact it's the direct production of red blood cells, which are a major part of our body, you know. And they filter toxins. So again, like the liver is a filter, they filter toxins from the blood, and they do that all day, every day, whether you're sleeping or you're awake. They remove waste from the body, and they balance the body's fluids. So if people have got bloating or edema, swelling anywhere, we look at the kidneys first for that. So that water balance. So that's what your kidneys do, and they're around about this big. So the size of a small fist, one either side.
Okay. Mela, ħalli naraw nitalmu daqsxejn issa x'in il-funzjoni tal-kliwi. Mela, qed tgħidilna illi l-kliwi il-qis tagħhom qisu għandek pon magħluq u għandna fuq iż-żewġ naħat tal-ġisem. All right? Għandna naħa u naħa żewġ tikliwi. Issa, qed spjegatilna tajjeb ħafna il-funzjoni tagħhom u jekk se naraw l-slide nerġgħu nistgħu insegwu eżattament x'in il-funzjoni tagħhom. Mela il-kliwi huma importanti ħafna biex iżommu il-pressjoni f'posta la tkun għolja u laqas tkun baxxa. Huma sors qawwi biex iħaddmu il-vitamina D ħalli jkollna nevitaw osteoporosis u problemi fl-għadam. Huwa mod dirett ta' kif saħħu il-ċelluli l-ħomor tal-ġisem. Tiffilter jnatfu id-dem kull jum u f'kull ħin. Il-kliwi m'għandhomx ħinijiet ta' meta jorqdu u meta ma jgħadmux, jibqgħu għaddejjin jippumpjaw u jnatfu u jiffiltraw id-dem. Inkomplu naraw illi ineħħu daw inatfu jekk inkomplu naraw naqra waħda illi il-xisima, inatfu l-imbarazz il-ħmiġ is-sistema meta aħna niġu biex nippurgaw irridu jgħaddu minn ġol kliwi ħalli natfu is-sistema. U l-aħħar waħda hija illi dan il-kliwi l-funzjoni tagħhom hija illi jibbilanċjaw il-likwidu l-ilma li hemm fil-ġisem, ġieli pereżempju jintefħu s-saqaj, jew jintefħu l-idej, jew inkella jkollna bloatiness il-ħin kollu madwar l-istonku. Dik hija dak huwa fluid, dak huwa ilma żejjed illi mhux suppost qiegħed hemm. U meta jkollna waħda minn dawn illi qiegħda turi timmarka fil-ġisem, irridu nħarsu sew lejn il-kliwi. Għaliex ifisser li l-kliwi ma jkunux qed jagħmlu x-xogħol tagħhom sew. U l-kliwi meta mhux qed jagħmlu xogħol tagħhom sew, jibdew joħolqu problema fis-sistema. So am I correct in saying that when one of these byproducts of a malfunctioning kidney of either of the kidneys or both is happening, does it relate directly also, you know, to the system where we feel that the adrenals are not working properly?
Absolutely, absolutely. When kidneys become toxic, and they do become toxic, then it affects, again, like we spoke about the gut and the bowel and the brain. When kidneys become toxic, and we have a slide of the toxicities to show you, they can really affect your mental state, and they can affect your anxiety levels, because on top of each kidney is your adrenal glands, and we're going to look at that in a minute. So adrenaline, that's where it comes from. Okay. So for toxicity, one of the really important things about noticing, again, how the kidneys perform, as you quite rightfully said, they remove toxins from the body.
Mela, jekk aħna qegħdin naraw din il-slide jekk inħalluha minuta hawnhekk, qed tgħidilna x'joħloq għaliex il-kliwi ikollhom dawn it-toxins. It-toxins qed ngħidu illi jiġu minħabba il-fatt illi ikonna ħafna jew xaħam ma dawn it-toxins li jkunu ħirġin mill-musrana illi tkun liki li mbagħad taffettwa il-fwied, taffettwa il-musrana kbira u taffettwa wkoll il-kliwi u li malli konna dat tip ta' toxicity il-riżultat se nsibuh f'high blood pressure, ġifiri fej il-pressjoni tkun olja, fej se jkollna nies bid-diabete, fej nies jibdew ibatu minn ħafna ġebel illi jibdew jiffurmaw fil-kliewi, fil-fwiet, fil-musrana, whatever. U hemmhekk kieku għaliex għax ikun hemm nuqqas ta' ċirkolazzjoni ta' dem illi jibda li ma jibqax għaddej b'mod regolari minn ġewwa il-kliewi. U allura mbagħad din tirriżulta illi mhux biss malli tibda tieqaf u turi nuqqas ta' stat b'saħħtu illi tkun qed taħdem jirriżulta f'dawn it-tip ta' kondizzjonijiet illi għadna kif semmejna. So, mentioning now the adrenaline. So, issa, semmitinna koll li il-kliewi għandu passaġġ dirett għal mod ta' kif taħdem l-adrenalina fil-ġisem. Can you elaborate on that, please?
Well, you know, once the kidneys start to malfunction, we can notice by listening to our bodies in many ways. Anxiety and excessive adrenaline, going into adrenaline fatigue is one of them. The other one is itchy skin. Again, not something people would associate with a symptom of your kidneys needing to be cleaned.
Mela, żewġ affarijiet li s'issa semmiet huwa waħda li kultant ikollok ħakk fil-ġilda u ma tafx minn fejn ġej. Qed tgħidilna li dik hija waħda mir-raġunijiet tal-malfunctioning tal-ġisem, tal-kliewi. U wkoll meta inti għandek dil-ħafna eċċitament, ansjetà, eċċetera, hija wkoll parti minnha.
Another one is back pain.
Really?
You know, so people get an awful lot of back pain in this area here, just over where your kidneys are, underneath the ribs. Joint pain, again, associated with the kidneys being very toxic and backed up.
Oh, so when you're talking about joint pains, it's not just the humidity.
No. Toxic overload. So if the blood has got to move through your body and be filtered and cleaned and filtered and cleaned and filtered and cleaned, and that is not being fully filtered, it's not being cleaned, then toxins are building up all over the body. But you could maybe even see blood in the urine. One of the things that I always ask my clients to check for is foam. When they've been to the bathroom to urinate, check for foam on top of the urine. And this is a sign that your kidneys, you know, malfunctioning as well.
All right, mela, ħafna tarif interessanti. Mela ħanibda b'tal-aħħar, għaxin kella ninsa. Mela waħda mill-affarijiet li turi illi il-kliewi ma jkunux qed jaħdmu sew hija li meta inti tmur it-toilet tagħmel pipì, trid importanti li tħares ara jekk ikollokx lega ta' foam bħal tal-birra. Jekk għandek lega ta' foam, ifisser li għandek il-problemi fil-kliewi. Trid tibda tagħti kasom, mhux tinjorhom. L-istess jekk għandek dem fil-pipì, l-istess ħaġa, illi għandek problema fil-kliewi. Imma semmitu ukoll illi meta inti għandek affarijiet li mhumiex qegħdin jaħdmu normali, bħal meta qegħdin ngħidu għax semmiet pereżempju illi jkun hemm uġigħ fid-dar għax il-kliewi ovvjament fil-parti ta' fil-kliewi jekk intom tpoġġu jdejkom hekk wara, tkunu tistgħu tħossu fejn qegħdin il-kliewi. U jekk hemmhekk ikollok l-uġigħ tad-dar, ifisser illi ġej ukoll mill-kliewi. Ikun ukoll fil-joints. Nies illi ibatu bil-artrite jew bir-reumatizmu, ħafna drabi nassoċjawhom jien Italja kont nassoċjawhom ħafna wkoll ma' umdità illi ħafna drabi ikollu l-ġisem. Mentri qed tgħid li dik huma kollha akkumulazzjoni jinġemgħu ħafna toxins għaliex m'hemmx flow biżżejjed ta' dem mill-kliewi għax il-kliewi jgħaddi d-dem minna u jinfiltra, inattfu d-dem, jgħaddi d-dem u jinfiltra. Mela dak ifisser li d-dem mhuwiex qed isib minn fejn jinfiltra tajjeb għax il-kliewi mhumiex 100% kif għandhom ikunu. Now this is really interesting to hear this because you know yes, you know, we always say, Malta, we are living in a humid climate, and you can't avoid having arthritis because of the humid. So the kidneys are also a major a major
Diet and the kidneys, you know, when it comes to synovial fluid, which is the gel that is in between your joints, this is very important. And it can be dried up for lots of reasons. Processed food, chemicals in the food, chemical toxic buildup because you're not flushing your toxins. Again, it's the same thing. So it's important to know what these organs do, because you might think my kidneys are fine, but then you've got foam on your urine and your joints are in agony, you know, and it may be that you've got toxic overload and you just need to detox.
Okay. Mela qed tgħidilna illi importanti li nifhmu wkoll meta jkollna dit toxic overload. Mela jista' jkun li jiena nħossni b'saħħta ħafna. Imma taf xi qed nonnota illi iva ikolli dal-foam meta nagħmel pipi, jew inkella il-joints juġawni l-ħin kollu. Dak qed juri illi għalkemm inti tħossok tajba, imma hemm xi imma fil-kliwi għaliex mhix qed jinfiltra biżżejjed it-toxins u l-ħmieġ u s-sediment illi jkun qiegħed jinġema u allura jinġema, jibqa' jinġema u jkun hemm overload ta' dawn it-toxins. And how do you detoxify?
Well, I think when it comes to the kidneys, there's loads of different ways. I always, again, deep cleaning them for the first time, I would always do it guided. So I'd always have a detox specialist work with me with the kidneys. And certainly the first time if you've never cleaned them before. And I always teach people how to maintain healthy kidneys after the detox.
Okay.
And we use a lot of herbs for that. A lot of herbs.
Mela, qed tgħidilna illi meta qed tiġi għad-detoxifying tal-kliwi, huwa importanti ħafna li mhux taqbdu tgħidu ħanagħmel detoxifying tal-kliwi. Għaliex hi magħha meta jkollha dak it-tip ta' deep cleansing anke tal-kliwi, dejjem ikollha espert tal-kliwi li tkun magħha biex jgħin fil-proċess tad-detoxification. Imma mbagħad li hemm huwa importanti illi meta aħna nkunu qegħdin nagħmlu dal-proċess ta' deep cleansing, Beverly tagħtina wkoll sistema ta' kif inżommuha għax inti jekk m'intix qed tagħti service regolari se jerġa' ikollna l-istess proċess ta' uġigħ, ta' akkumulazzjoni ta' ħafna minn dawn il-toxins illi għandna u allura ma naslu kien. L-importanti hu illi illum kellna din l-aħbar sabiħa illi għall-inqas dis-sena nistgħu faċilment ninaqdu ma' Beverly biex jekk qed toffri dan il-kors online inkunu nistgħu ninaqdu magħha. So Bev, I'm just because we need to close the program. Yes, yet again. So I am informing our audiences that once we are now talking about this detoxification, we still have some time to actually wrap up. But it is important to remind them because we have 5 minutes to go live. So
I would just say if they can see what comes out of the kidney, that this is what comes out.
Oh God.
Right, so this is at the end of my 7-day detox, this is what will come out of people. This was my first detox. And that was a long time ago. And the other one was one of my clients, and that was their 3rd detox, all right? And so these things you can tell by the shape, the size, and the color, if they've come from the liver, if they've come from the kidney, or if they've come from the gallbladder. We have a slide very quickly that you can see about the liver stones and the gallstones. Liver and gallstones, that one. Do you see where those stones live?
Yes.
That you've just seen on the plate?
yes.
The 7-day detox pulls them out
Okay.
and leaves them outside of your body. Can you imagine how great it would feel to lose that weight
Okay.
of
Mela,
stones?
jekk nibqgħu naqra fuq din, ħanibda minn hemm. Mela, qed tgħidilna jekk din hija dak ir-ritratt ta' xi konna ġewwa aħna bħalissa. Bħalissa, mingħajr without detox, mingħajr detox. Mela qed naraw dawk l-affarijiet suwed illi qegħdin jibblukkaw il-passaġġi kollha biex imorru u allura jibdew jinħolqu cysts, jibdew jinħolqu ġebel, jibda jkollna problemi fl-istonku, għandna id-ducts, dawk jgħidulhom ducts dawk li jkunu jisom passaġġi rqaq. Illi jiġu kollha affettwati u hemmhekk għandna wkoll il-ġebel il-kbir l-iswed illi huwa tal-Musrana. Mela, jekk aħna niġu issa biex naraw x'ikun ir-riżultat l-aħwa, meta nagħmlu ġimgħa detox, naraw x'joħroġ mill-ġisem. U dawn huma affarijiet illi joħorġu mill-ġisem. Meta naraw dawn, dina qed tgħidilna Beverly li huwa ritratt ta' dak kollu li ħareġ minn ġisimha l-ewwel darba li għamlet detoxification ta' 7 ijiem. Li mhix ċajta u skont il-kulur wieħed ikun jista' jgħid fej kienu dak, fej kien dal-imbarazz fil-ġisem, jekkux fil-musrana l-kbira, jekkux fil-fwiet, jekkux fil-kliwi. U allura aħna irridu noqogħdu nkunu konxi l-aħwa illi isma' ġisimna u prezzjuż. Ġisimna huwa l-iktar ġojjel prezzjuż li għandna. Jekk aħna ma noqogħdux attenti u ma nkunux nafu. Eżattament, jiena ngħid għalija l-ewwel darba, issa jiena naħseb fuq is-saħħa, waħda minn dawk li noqgħod ħafna attenta u naqra ħafna u nistudja ħafna u għamilt ħafna courses, imma ikolli nammetti li ħafna minn dawn id-dettalji li qed turina u tagħtina Beverly huma pjuttost xokkanti għalija. Apparti li jiena kif tafu intom ħafna minnkom kellha ħafna health challenges, imma li llum qed naraf ukoll l-uġieħ li kien ikolli pereżempju meta kelli il-ġebla fil-gallbladder. Sewwa li hu ikraħ bib kull min ibati minn xi uġieħ fil-ġebel tal-ġebel u ikraħ. U sakemm tiġi biex toħroġ minnu nirringrazzja l-Alla kelli metodi differenti kif idimt fuqha u wara ħafna ħidma u xogħol fuq in-nifsi għamiltu, ma di qed tgħidilna li f'7 ijiem, so you're actually saying, babe, because this is for me important, that after 7 days...
That comes out on day 6.
All right. Babe, wara 6 ijiem, se naraw dak it-tip ta' riżultati. Ġifieri ara l-ġisem mhux taf xejn, mbagħad ikollu dik l-enerġija kollha, għax ta' kollu fil-ġisem kuljum qed inġorruh u kuljum qed jifga is-sistema ta' kif jgħaddi d-dem mis-sistema kollha. Mela. So, okay. Għandna xi ħaġa qudiemna illi nistgħu we can look forward to. Mela, kif dejjem ngħidulkom aħna f'dal-programm mhux biss nitkellmu, imma nagħtu wkoll il-how to. X'irridu nagħmlu biex ngħinu lil nfusna ħalli jkollna sistema li tgħinna ħafna. U jien l-ewwel waħda, żgur li kif se nispiċċa dal-programm, ħammur infittex fuq il-website illi qalet fejn hemm din id-Detox Week. Ħalli jkolli naqra informazzjoni fuqha, jekk nerġgħu intellhom naqra, idħlu fuq www.wavesofwellness.life, se tikklikjaw fuq Detox Week u se jkollna dawn id-dettalji. Jiena l-unika ħaġa nista' ngħidilkom ħbieb, xejn ma joqgħod fejn il-prezz ta' saħħa. Kif nafu aħna u kollha kemm aħna jew aħna personali għaddejna minnhom, jew nista' madwarna eżistana għaddew minnhom u naslu f'punt fejn tant inkunu morna lura b'saħħitna li ma nkunux nistgħu nerġgħu nirkupraw. Ejja ma naslux sem. Ejja nħarsu l-qudiem għax aħna dejjem hekk nagħmlu, ejja niġbru naqra kuraġġ fina nfusna, naraw il-prioritajiet tagħna x'inhuma, l-ewwel u qabel kollox hija s-saħħa fiżika għax taffettwa s-saħħa mentali u taffettwa s-saħħa tagħna in ġenerali. Nieħdu ħsieb tagħna nfusna żiż. I have to say a big thank you to Beverly for all this information and knowledge. I really, really appreciate. And I invite you to go into the website to see who are the winners of the questionnaire that you have put in. And please, nitlobkom kollha ħudu ħsieb saħħitkom, kunu dejjem ferħanin u barka kbira lil kulħadd għas-sena 2021. Islim, jien, Giuseppe Ciappara u Beverly dejjem nirringrazzja lil Francis Gauci u lil Naomi tax-xogħol li għamlu fuqi fuq xari. Inselmilkom kollha u ngħidilkom grazzi, saħħa, wow!